So, what, a long time ago, in a story I'm not going to tell, I spent the night with a congenital liar, somebody who just lied and lied and lied. And I found this very strange thing that by the end of the evening, it was easier for her to fool me than it was at the beginning of the evening, because I just found it almost impossible to believe that someone could be lying about every single thing. But everything she said was a lie. And by the end of the evening, he just got worn out. And that's the way I feel about the media now with Donald Trump. I mean, everything they say, they said, you remember Comey was fired, they said Rod Rosenstein, the deputy AG, was going to resign. He threatened to resign because Trump had put the firing on him. Rosenstein says, not true. The Russian investigation is going to be compromised. That's why Andrew McCabe, the guy who's the acting head of the FBI, says, not happening. The FBI's low morale. They're starting a war with Donald Trump. They predicted this. They said months ago the FBI had low morale because of Comey. So now they're reporting that the country's in a crisis. Everything is a crisis. Donald Trump is going to fire this one, and he's going to clean house. He's going to do this. He's threatening James Comey. That was the one that really got to me, because I'll get back to that in a minute, because that just is totally untrue. But, it's like, why? You start to believe them. You start to think, well, they've been wrong about everything, but they wouldn't be lying about this, I mean, it's like they wouldn't be lying about the whole thing. The whole thing can't be a lie. Michael Crichton gave a great speech once. Molly Hemingway talked about it in her broadside that we were talking about last week when Molly was here. Michael Crichton gave this wonderful speech about how much meaningless speculation and lack of fact there is in the media. It was a long time ago, I guess. Yeah, but it's a brilliant speech. But at one point he talks about the fact that every now and again you come upon a newspaper piece about something you know about. So, for instance, I've been in publishing in all my life, and I'll start to read a thing about publishing. You realize they don't know anything about anything you know about, they don't know about. When they write about Hollywood, I've worked in Hollywood, I think, no, that's not really the way it works. The other day, the LA Weekly had a story about this theoretically secret band of Republicans. Story was totally untrue. Their sources were wrong. The guy was just throwing shade at them. Had no truth in it whatsoever. Then what Crichton noticed is you turn the page and you start to read a story about Indonesia, and you think, oh, well, this must be true, because you don't know anything about Indonesia. So it's like every time you hit something you know about, you realize they're lying. So